So what are you working on now?
Well, right now, a colleague, Katie Vogel, and I are working on a project about sex bracelets. Sex bracelets are thin O-rings of different colors that are made of soft plastic, and they're worn by children, often kids in elementary school or junior high school. And they've been around for a long time, but in 2003, a story began to spread that these bracelets were color-coded and that different colors were referred to different sexual practices. And the idea was that you could wear your bracelet, and if someone came up and tugged on it and broke it, you were obliged to perform the sexual act associated with that color. So some of these colors are the sorts of things that you might associate with playground games in elementary school. A kiss, a hug. And then some involve rather more knowledge and sophistication, fisting, okay, things like that. Now, I think that even the most fevered imagination is going to suspect that there isn't an epidemic of fisting occurring in America's schoolyards. But this is a story that's gotten a lot of attention. It was in the New York Times, the Washington Post, and Time Magazine, and various talking heads have dealt with it on television. Dr. Phil did a show on it, and so on and so forth. And what we're interested in is how this story has spread. Because in the past, when sociologists have studied rumors or contemporary legends, they've said, well, these stories spread. We don't know exactly how they've spread, but they spread. Well, today, these stories spread primarily via the internet. And in 2003, you had a pretty mature internet. You didn't have Facebook. You didn't have YouTube quite at the beginning of the spread of this story. But everything else was out there. And it's possible to track the diffusion of this story so that it spreads very intently in the United States in 2003, 2004. And then it kind of goes away for a few years. And it comes back in 2009, but mostly in 2009 it's migrated so that it's a big story in England, it's a big story in Ireland in 2010, and so on and so forth. So although this is kind of a silly thing to be studied, it has a larger purpose to understand the dynamics of rumor and legend.